I grew up in a region of Victoria called the Yarra Valley, which is about an hour to the east of Melbourne. The Yarra Valley is a region famous for its hospitality and its tourism. Some of you might already know the Yarra Valley. Lots of good restaurants and wineries and that sort of thing out that way. It's also quite close to a part of Victoria called the Yarra Ranges, which have some really great bushwalking tracks. Again, some of you probably already know Victoria and Australia in general, quite famous for our bushwalking and our natural scenery. So the first thing I had to recommend to you all today, other than checking out the CBD with me here, why not try a day trip out to either of those places, either the Yarra Valley or the Yarra Ranges. Not that far from Melbourne, like I said, only an hour to the east. It would allow you to see a bit more of Greater Melbourne and Greater Victoria without travelling that far from the city. I grew up on a farm out in the Yarra Valley, so a bit of a strange experience for me as a country boy, I guess, to have moved to the heart of the big city and started to show tourists around. Not work that I thought that I would be doing a few years ago, but work that I would say I've really taken to about the 6 months or so I've been doing this job. I'll certainly enjoy myself today, hopefully you all will as well. I originally moved to the city to study at university. I just finished off my Bachelor of Science, majoring in Psychology at the University of Melbourne, which is up the road that way. That's more or less me in a nutshell. The only other thing about me is that I consider this position a real position of honour and privilege. Often people are coming along on one of these tours on one of the first days of their holiday or the last days of their trip. I appreciate you could be doing pretty much anything else with your time today on such a lovely day that we have. So I'll very much try and make it worth your while. These tours are really fun from my end and hopefully for you guys as well. I should probably say something about the company. I'm Free Walking Tours. So hands up if you've been on a tips-based walking tour anywhere in the world before. That is pretty much all of you. Wow, that's wonderful to see. It is getting to be more and more of a common model used throughout the world now, not just here in Australia. Although this company has been running these tours here in Melbourne for about 8 years or so. Up in Sydney as well, for about 12 or 13 years. That's where we made our start. One of the reasons that we like the tips-based system is it allows us as a company to be totally independent. We don't accept any sponsorships, either from local government or from small business. I really prefer that as a tour guide, because it means I can personalise the tour really as much as I'm able to. It's one of the reasons that I enjoy the tour so much, is that enjoy the work so much, is it really feels like a personal tour from my end. I think if you had any of the other tour guides that work for our company, it would be quite a different tour. So I hope that suits everyone. One of the things that we say about the tips-based system is that we ask you consider leaving us with a tip.
दोस्तों ये फ्री टूर गाइड है, आप टिप चाहें तो दे सकते हैं। यह हमें मेलबर्न का 2 घंटे में सिटी टूर वॉकिंग कराएंगे। तो कभी भी आप मेलबर्न आएँ तो विक्टोरिया लाइब्रेरी है, यहाँ से आप ये सिटी टूर ले सकते हैं। सुबह 10:30 बजे स्टार्ट होता है ये टूर। ये जैसे कि अपना बारे में ब्रीफ डिस्क्रिप्शन दे रहे हैं और मेलबर्न के बारे में, तो आप जब कभी आएँ तो ये भी अवेल कर सकते हैं। आपकी इच्छा, आप टिप देना चाहें तो दीजिए, अगर नहीं देना चाहें तो भी कोई बात नहीं है। पर मैं समझता हूँ कोई व्यक्ति अगर मेहनत कर रहा है तो उसे टिप देना चाहिए। वो आपकी इच्छा, श्रद्धा है, आप कितना देना चाहते हैं। दोस्तों चलिए अब मैं इनके साथ टूर करता हूँ, फिर मुलाकात होगी एक नई वीडियो के साथ। तब तक के लिए कीजिए स्वीकार। आलोक रतन का प्यार भरा नमस्कार।